Hey everyone, welcome to Scrapper's Detailing. Today I'm going to be working on a 2006 Toyota Corolla. This is my daughter's vehicle that she has kept fairly clean. The carpets do have some salt and sand in them, which is pretty typical for this time of year. But these dark carpets are hiding a secret spill that she didn't tell me about. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and ring the bell so you are notified every time a new video goes live. Now, let's get into it. I'm getting better at getting the seats out of these vehicles. I've worked on a few Toyotas in my previous videos, and their connectors are similar throughout each vehicle. I know that taking the seats out of a vehicle can kind of be a pain, but I like how it gives me free access to each area. It's also very common for people to spill down in between the center console and the seats, something that you'll see very clearly later in the video. After the seats are out, you get a real clear picture of how dirty a vehicle is. My daughter's done a good job of keeping clutter out of the vehicle, so I can grab these few items and jump into the vacuuming process. I've heard other detailers talk about Velcro carpet, and I learned just what that meant as I worked in this vehicle. It is extremely low quality fabric. In fact, this Corolla gives the Kia Spectra I did a couple of weeks ago a run for its money as the cheapest carpet I've ever worked on. Put down in the comments below what vehicle has had the lowest quality carpets that you have ever seen. To me, vacuuming gives the biggest difference in the before and after photos. That's why I'd like to include them in all of my details. As you can see here, I've got my iPhone here as I'm vacuuming in this passenger well. I was trying to create one of those YouTube shorts that everybody is so high on right now, but I just don't have the skill at this time to kind of do the detail and be able to film at the same time. Maybe in the future, that's something I'll be able to do. Put down in the comments below if you'd like to see me add some shorts to the channel. Moving on to the extraction, the process for these is as always, spray some Chemical Guys lightning fast stain extractor, use my DeWalt with a drill brush attachment, and follow it up with the Bissell Spot Clean Pro. Here you can see just how dirty the front well was from the water that got sucked up. Now these dark carpets look pretty clean, but I'll spray the lightning fast extractor on here and you'll notice as I hit this console area with the drill brush, you'll see how dark brown that area becomes. As I start extracting with the Bissell, you can see the surprise as I start working that area. It looks like someone emptied their entire Starbucks Frappuccino onto the floor. This is the reason I always try to remove the seats, because you never know what has been spilled. I left my reaction to the extracted liquid once I finished this section because it was so surprising. This one is brutal. I tried to use a little bit tighter view in this back floor well to give you kind of that close-up experience of what that extractor looks like as it pulls out that dirty solution. As you can see, this front driver's side floor well is by far the dirtiest one in the vehicle. Now that's to be expected because it does get the most traffic. I probably spend 25% of my total detailing time working on these driver's side floor wells. I'll hit it a few different times with the lightning fast stain extractor, with the drill brush, and with the Bissell. Now I do this because I want this vehicle to look as perfect as I possibly can. Cleaning these seats, I decided to work on top of a table to make my life a little bit easier. Getting the right camera angles and lighting took a little figuring out. Now, like the carpet by the middle console, the passenger seat was full of Starbucks by the seatbelt latch. And while I have a moment, if you find these extractions as satisfying as I do, hit that like button below and share the video to anyone else that you think would enjoy the content. Getting these floor mats done was a real pain. As I said earlier, the carpet in this vehicle was very low quality. Well, these floor mats are easily worse. The sand and dirt did not want to come out. I'm going to have to look into getting some WeatherTech floor mats for this vehicle. It'll make my life so much easier in the future. The next step is to clean all the surfaces with an all-purpose cleaner. I'm currently using Simple Green as it's non-toxic and safe for the environment. Now I'm probably going to be going a little bit overboard and cleaning this plastic trim on the seats and console by using the steamer, but I just love how easy the steam removes any particles and dirt. I'm kind of like that kid with a new toy at Christmas. I just want to use this thing on everything. This is the second best purchase I've made, right behind the Bissell extractor. All I have to do when I'm finished is wipe it up with a microfiber towel. As you'll see in a little bit, I also use some compressed air to blow out the lines in the trim. This is a great tip to prevent any running of cleaner and water from those areas after you finished. There's nothing worse than finishing a detail just to find streaks in your trim. It's just the perfectionist in me that wants it looking its best. Once it's cleaned, I apply some 303 Aerospace Protectant to give it that finished look. 303 is easily one of my favorite products to use, as it gives the trim that almost new appearance. The final step of the detail that I haven't shown in my previous videos is to clean the windows. I'm using Glassway ammonia-free glass cleaner and a microfiber towel in this process. One side of the towel is for the cleaning and the second side for the polishing and removing of any streaks. that detail turned out great. Other than the surprise Starbucks in the middle console, the vehicle was in good shape. Hopefully my daughter can keep the vehicle this clean and keep her Starbucks in her cup. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and until then, keep it clean.